Hi, this is Craig Resnick coming to you from the 2019 ARC Advisory Group Orlando Forum. With me today is my special guest, Don Pearson, Chief Strategy Officer of Inductive Automation. How you doing today, Don?
Very good. Thanks for having me.
See, you got a nice Ignition 8 shirt you must be pretty excited about. It's your new software release.
That's why I wore this shirt, Craig.
Tell us a little bit more about Ignition 8. How's that going to be a positive effect for your customers?
Well, a couple things. I'd say first off, with all the trend for mobile technology, we really have decided that we needed a first-rate mobile solution, and the Perspective module actually is launched as part of Ignition 8. And that allows us to really have technology based on HTML5, and it gives you a chance to take advantage of some of the other mobile technologies and capabilities that you have, like the GPS in your phone or Bluetooth or the camera. All sorts of things which maybe haven't been able to be easily a part of the industrial landscape, now we'll be able to with Perspective modules. So first piece would be that. But then on the platform, the Ignition 8 platform, we redid, as enterprise scale deployments have been growing, we redid our project inheritance system. So what that in simple terms means is it allows you to, if you're a large enterprise and you want to have global templates or global standards, you can deploy things globally at the project level for all your sites all around the world. But then at site-specific areas, you can make customized changes at the site level. So you can inherit projects, but customize both. Really critical, because we live in a brownfield world. And you got equipment that what's 40 years old and brand new, different topologies. So you have to be able to globalize, but localize. Ignition 8 allows us to do that. Also, projects are getting bigger. So the ability for multiple people, large groups, to concurrently work on the same project without locking each other out of screens has been improved. It really works really well with Ignition 8. And the last thing I'd say that I think is worth pointing out of why we're so excited about Ignition 8 is as Ignition's grown since its release in 2010, you've seen larger and larger systems. Back then, if someone had 50,000 tags, we think it was a pretty darn good sized system. Now people are going north of 1 million tags regularly and multi-million tags in their development timelines when you go global with an enterprise. So the tag management system needed to be redone, which is done. So now we're getting order of magnitude speed increases in terms of deployment and updates of systems. So those things have all really made us probably understandably slightly excited about Ignition 8 and the Perspective module.
Yeah, I certainly understand. And, a lot of your customers, we might say, use the expression, are living at the edge.
Yes, they are.
So one of the things that we're curious about is whether it be through Ignition 8 or other products and solutions that you have to help your customers, deploy edge solutions.
Well, I think there's two things. One, it was a couple of years ago, actually, at your conference here, that we launched the modules for Ignition Edge for Ignition. The Enterprise and the panel and Ignition Edge for MQTT by CirrusLink Solutions. But the uptake on that, of bringing that power to the edge in an affordable way, has really taken off. To the add-on to that is last year we launched Ignition on Board, where someone would take Ignition Edge, put it on a device. We do software. We don't build hardware. We don't do devices. But so now companies that we have taken this onboard program and they've actually had it pre-installed onto their devices. So when someone gets it, it's Ignition Edge ready. So what this really done is, companies like Opto22 and Advantech and Freewave and Moxa, these companies have really grabbed a hold of it, and the Edge program, O-Ring, and it's starting to grow and really catch on, so that now it makes it easier for a company to just have one device that actually connects to the edge and brings it into the enterprise, which helps for that sort of sensor to cloud connectivity that many enterprises are looking for.
Okay. Another hot topic, the analytics, advanced analytics, prescriptive analytics, predictive analytics. What is Inductive Automation bringing to their customers as far as solutions to kind of help them leverage advanced analytics? Are you deploying them in some of your existing products or solutions? Are they coming out with some new products and solutions to leverage the advanced analytics?
Well, as you know, because you guys talk about it all the time with ARC, the evolution towards predictive or prescriptive analytics, or big data, machine learning, AI, this whole world of big data analytics has been proliferating. But you can't have big data without big access. So you got to get access to, and you're talking again, as I mentioned, you're talking about the brownfield world in which we live. How do you get access? How do you build out architectures that allow you to get the data to then do analytics with that data? Now, we've taken a strong relationship with CirrusLink Solutions as strategic partner, and they come with a lot of MQTT knowledge. So you can use Ignition with MQTT modules to build a different architecture to allow you to reach to that particular edge. Additionally, in the last year, even since we talked last time, there are 4 new modules for inductive automation. I mean, we have an API available. People get a free SDK from us, and they extend our functionality out. These modules allow you to connect to the cloud. So they're injector modules for Amazon AWS, for IBM Watson, for Google Cloud, for Microsoft Azure. And so with that, you're able to actually get data up and then bring it back down again. So go ahead and do your algorithm work, bring it down and get it back to the operator where it can work with that piece of equipment, they can get benefit from it. So that's one end. Also, companies like Seek are taking their analytics tool and they're building modules to connect with Ignition, or Sepasoft for the MES world. And that layer and the track and trace and OE downtime and quality, all those things are just builds on top of a platform. When you got a platform like Ignition and you give the freedom to people to build their domain expertise on top of it, that's how you get out to the cloud and really build out this capability for the analytics world that's proliferating.
You know, with all these tools that you're introducing, that certainly have a lot of ways to address some of your customers' challenges. What do you see? What are some of your customers' biggest challenges as you see going forward this year?
Well, it's interesting to see what customers are dealing with there. And I think one of the things that's happening a lot with our customers is they're seeing a little bit of a gap between what they idealize and what they'd like for their digital transformation. I mean, your topic this year is so on point with digital transformation. But even in the keynote, I heard this morning, one of the data points that struck me as the analyst for ARC was speaking is 80% of the companies that have engaged in some sort of digital transformation initiatives fall off, and 11% have experienced success. To me, that is a huge challenge. I've heard it called pilot project purgatory before. They get stuck in the pilot project world and they can't bridge the gap. And this gap is not just technical. It has to do with the people and the processes. So if you think of, people, process, and technology, you got to have all of those things if you're really going to have digital transformation. So we see those are some of the biggest challenges companies are facing is how do I basically take the real world operational demands I have on a daily basis and use the technology to solve business problems and achieve business strategies? And how do I do it while not disrupting these operations that need to run 24/7, keep the lights on, and keep the cash flowing while I'm transforming?
Okay. Now, my last question is, as a follow-up, is what do you see as you talk to your customers that they see as their biggest tailwinds going in? What are the things they think are going to help them going forward in 2019? Also, what do you see as some of the biggest economic headwinds that might hinder some of your customers' ability to be making purchases of these great new solutions?
Well, you are talking to the Chief Strategy Officer for Inductive Automation, so don't expect an objective answer to that question, okay? Don't expect that. But in terms of tailwinds from our customers, I mean, Ignition 8 is a big deal. I mean, it has really been a response to a lot of customers' demand. This mobile-first solution in perspective is a big deal. And our customers who really want to be able to take large quantities of data and be able to deploy systems at an enterprise level, they need something that scales and doesn't break the bank. Our unlimited licensing model is a tailwind. Given the initiatives people are already embarking upon, they're realizing, my gosh, if I want to connect, I don't know, millions of sensors, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of PLCs and various RTUs and devices, and I want to do that, I better have an unlimited licensing model for tags, clients, and connections or I'm going to die. So that's clearly a tailwind, and we're trying to build out the platform to be a tailwind. The more people are coming onto onboard and putting it on devices natively, the more injector modules to the cloud that our partners are building. All of these things I think are tailwinds. If I was to say one headwind that people are experiencing, again, confessing my bias slightly here, is that it's tough for many legacy companies to kind of shift their business model. Industry is saying, we need you to treat us differently. We need you guys to have open, interoperable, standards-based, secure systems. And we need that to be a collaborative effort so we can get the best. We need best of class for our solutions. And some companies are struggling with having to make that transition. And I think that's a challenge for those companies, and it's a challenge for end users who want to work with those companies, but they want them to be responsive to their needs. So I think that's kind of a snapshot. I will tell you, though, we're very excited about 2019 and how the future
Sounds like you should be. I predict 8's going to do great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don. Always a pleasure. And this is Craig Resnick coming to you from the 2019 ARC Advisory Group Orlando Forum. Thank you very much. Have a great day.